Guys, you won't believe this story I just discovered about the guy who completely changed the way we understand the universe. Hey everyone, check this out. His name is Albert Einstein, and his brain always seemed restless. Buckle up because this ride is packed with, wow, check this out, and did you know moments so you feel like you're on this journey with me. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany. Can you imagine growing up in a town that was neither big nor small and still becoming world famous? His father was a salesman and his mother loved music, so their house was always full of piano tunes and art talk. As a kid, Einstein was a late talker. His parents even worried he might be slow, but what looked like a delay was really a mind carefully observing every detail. When he was 6, he got a little pocket compass. Wow, check this out! He was fascinated that the needle always pointed in the same direction, even though he couldn't see the magnet. That curiosity never stopped. In school, he wasn't exactly a model student. Einstein found classes boring and repetitive, so he taught himself advanced math and physics. Can you picture getting so bored you end up studying adult topics on your own? At 17, he passed the entrance exam to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, though he did have to brush up on some subjects before he officially started. Even geniuses have their off days. In Zurich, he met Mileva Maric, his first wife. They studied together, exchanged physics ideas, and even wrote letters filled with experiment sketches. That's where their intellectual partnership really heated up. After graduating in 1900, Einstein struggled to find a teaching job and ended up working at the patent office in Bern. Wow, check this out. Surrounded by machines and inventions, he had exactly the freedom his mind needed. Then came 1905, his miracle year. He published 4 papers that shook the scientific world. One explained the photoelectric effect, how light can knock electrons off metal, which later won him the Nobel Prize. That same year, he introduced special relativity, showing that time and space aren't fixed. Imagine time stretching and space curving. And yes, 1905 also gave us the most famous formula ever, E word mc2, explaining how energy and mass are 2 sides of the same coin. By 1915, after years of work, he completed general relativity, describing gravity as the curvature of space-time caused by mass. It's like Earth sinking into an invisible fabric and creating gravity wells. In 1919, during a solar eclipse, starlight bent around the sun exactly as Einstein predicted. Wow, check this out! He instantly became a global celebrity. Newspapers called it Einstein's Eclipse. In 1921, he won the Nobel Prize in Physics, not for relativity, but for the photoelectric effect, since some still doubted relativity and preferred something more concrete. Still, it crowned the enormous impact of his ideas. On the personal side, he and Mileva had 2 sons, Hans Albert and Eduard, later divorced, and in 1919 he married his cousin Elsa. Can you imagine juggling that fame and family life? When the Nazis rose to power, Einstein, being Jewish, fled Germany in 1933. He moved to the US and joined the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. He traded Germany for the peace to keep exploring the universe. During the war, he wrote to President Roosevelt warning that Nazi Germany might build a terrible uranium weapon. That letter helped kick off the Manhattan Project, and ultimately, the atomic bomb. Wow, check this out. One letter changed the course of history. After the war, Einstein became a nuclear disarmament advocate and pacifist. He believed science should serve humanity, not destruction, inspiring millions. In the following decades, he searched for a unified theory to combine all forces of nature into one model. Did you know he spent years chasing a theory of everything? Sadly, that equation still wouldn't fit on a single page. He had quirky habits, hated tight ties, preferred baggy trousers and sweatshirts, and would paddle alone on Princeton's lake in silence to think freely. Can you picture a genius mulling over the cosmos in a canoe? By the end of his life, he was celebrated not only for physics, but also for his views on education, politics, and philosophy. He championed curiosity and believed imagination was more important than knowledge. Wow, what a lesson! Albert Einstein died on April 18, 1955 in Princeton at age 76. Legend says he donated his brain to science so it could keep inspiring curious minds even after he was gone. Today, whenever we talk about relativity, the speed of light, or E = mc2, we remember the courage of a man who dared to question everything. Can you imagine a world without those ideas? We'd probably still be stuck with old school physics. So, did you enjoy this trip through Einstein's life? If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything, and drop a comment telling me which character you want to see next. See you in the next video.